Screenshots. Well, if you have a Mac and you're anything like me, you probably have 50 of them on your desktop and you don't know why you saved them and what the purpose was. So in about 2 hours, we built a screenshot app that actually uses AI to help you take actions with them. This was an idea from ideabrowser.com and we had a lot of fun building it. In this video, you'll see how we broke down this problem, how we recruited a team of agents to write Swift and all this code that we can't write, and 3, how we bug fixed it and actually got it notarized by Apple so that we could use it on our Macs without any issues. Also bonus, we actually have the code up on GitHub, so if you want to download it or play with it and add on to it, you'll find the link below if you're watching this on YouTube. What are we going to build today, Labib?
Same thing we build every day.
Try and take over the world. Okay, so exciting news today. So Greg Eisenberg and ideabrowser.com have actually noticed us and reached out to us on Twitter and given us access to the Idea Browser Pro plan. So Labib, this means we have the gift and the curse of choice. We don't have to go with the daily idea and actually look at the platform. So I'm gonna share my screen now and show you what's up. So this is the platform, and thanks again to the Idea Browser guys for letting us have it. There's a ton of ideas. There's a profile that you can fill out with what you do, and then it's going to show you ideas tailored to your skill set and your interests. I'm just going to go on Discover, and then there's a bunch of these ideas that we can pick from. So, Labib, why don't you have a read of these and then see which one you want to take on today?
Yeah, let's go through them one at a time. So workflow automation layer for real estate tech stacks. Okay. Not as sexy, so let's go to the next one. Bug reporting tool that auto writes reproduction steps.
That's kind of what we're building, right?
Yeah.
Mac screenshot app.
Mac screenshots pilot faster than anyone else. A product page that needs ordering. A calendar invite waiting to be added.
I definitely have this problem.
What is this? I don't understand.
So Mac screenshot app, I have this problem where I just I take screenshots and then I forget what to do with them, and then they just pile up on my desktop and periodically have to delete them. So screenshots pile up faster than anyone processes them. A product page that needs ordering, a calendar invite waiting to be added, and a screenshots folder becomes a graveyard of half-formed intentions, each one representing a task that was captured but never completed. The distance between seeing something and doing something is about measured in app switches, copy paste, and forgotten tabs. Do shot reads a screenshot, parses the intent behind it, I like that, and executes the action. Capture a region of the screen, type a one-sentence command like log this expense, add this to my calendar, and the AI extracts the relevant data and pushes it to the connected app. Okay.
App that analyzes your text messages to predict breakup risk. That's funny. Last thing I need in a conversation is an agent telling me what's going on. Let me live in my delusion.
It's going to work out.
Yeah. Jungian psychology.
Jungian, like Carl Jung.
Oh, Jungian. Oh, sorry, I'm stupid. Honestly, I'm really messing with the screenshot one.
The first one.
I have a big screenshot problem as well. Like my desktop right now, if I showed you my screen, it's a bunch of screenshots that
just same. And then you look through them, and sometimes you're like, "Why did I do that? Why did I take that screenshot?"
Let me share my screen. Let me show you. Actually, I'm not even lying. So this is my desktop right now. Let's open that page again and let's take a look at the description. Maybe we can make a variation of it or something similar, but I do really like that tool.
Solves the real problem.
Screenshot pilot faster than anyone else. A product page that needs ordering. DoShot reads a screenshot, parses the intent behind it, and executes the action. Capture a region of the screen, type a one-sentence command like log this expense or add this to my calendar, and AI extracts the relevant data and pushes it to the connected app. I like that. A receipt screenshot becomes an expense entry. A conference landing page becomes a 3 calendar events with corrected time and links. Really, really cool. A screenshot is a trigger and the task completes without leaving the menu bar. So let's constrain it to a few set of tasks that we want. So we could obviously we have a screenshot, right? We make a screenshot and a text opens. And what are some actions you're thinking? So one default action I had in mind was save the screenshot to this folder. And there could be a more intelligent way to organize folders, and it could just be a new folder to the AI can decide how to organize it, because the AI would have access to the directory.
Yeah, I'm thinking of screenshots that we've been taking, right? Let's say when we were building the Agent Studio, I talk to someone on LinkedIn and they give me a feedback. I take that screenshot and grab it and drag it to Slack, right? Can I say this is product feedback, and then it creates a product feedback folder where I can keep that, and then I can just drag the whole product feedback folder to you so that you can see all the screenshots, or like
a channel in Slack where it just here's product feedback, and anyone in our internal is basically just screenshot, send it to product feedback. I like
Yeah,
that.
and then we've been doing like when Greg Eisenberg commented on our
Yeah.
tweet, I took a screenshot of that and sent it to you. And like, yeah, that
Oh,
was a one-time thing, but now it's like like staying on my thing on
yeah. And it's
my
like, even if you want to action it right away, it's like 3-4 steps you got to do, right? Like you got
yeah,
to open your
yeah.
phone, send the screenshot. All right, so
Send to
let's
Slack, send to Slack, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely
yeah,
one thing. Like send to Slack, send to WhatsApp.
yeah,
Yeah, because like why do we take screenshots to send somewhere? And
yeah,
then
yeah,
maybe that's the only thing we do. Like
yeah,
I don't like here they have what like log this expense. So
yeah. We
maybe
could also
like I
do
do
calendar
receipts.
invites. Like, I
Okay.
mean, I don't see where a screenshot can generate a calendar invite. Maybe I'm short-sighted there. But
No, it can. Like basically, if you have your like, I have my Cloud Cowork now connected to my calendar, right? So
okay,
if we can, maybe that's the easiest part. We make a Cloud Cowork MCP, and then Cloud Cowork does all the things for us. But then it's
possibly,
basically
yeah.
a way for us to input that into Cloud Cowork with just a screenshot.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Let's get started here. Do shot. So I'm gonna call it do shot here. Um, and I'm gonna create a new plan. We don't really need a design here, because the design is basically just a screenshot. So it's mostly going to be basically backend engineer, um, and I'll throw the front end and AI engineer in this chat too. So actually, let's skip the front end mostly because the backend can kind of do most of the front end is very small here. But I'll add the
Yeah.
AI engineer.
So we're
So
engaging different agents from our team, basically different
yeah,
engineers, and then first building out the plan.
exactly. So I'm gonna start typing here. I'm like, I would like to create a Mac app called DoShot, which does intelligent actions when creating a screenshot on my machine. We can have so some requirements. We can have a shortcut, a hotkey to do the screenshot, similar to how Mac has Command plus Shift plus 4 to screenshot. And I think that's it. If I do, this is like a screenshot, and you can see the screenshot here to screen capture a specific region. And I want to say we will use a cropped region. Okay. Not the entire page. Once the screenshot is captured, I want a modal that opens up that displays the screenshot, and has an input text box underneath in a nice aesthetic way.
Yeah.
I'll leave that aesthetic after. That can capture some instructions.
Yeah, and like I'm thinking when on Mac, I press Shift Command 4, and
Yep.
then I take like a screenshot. Like immediately after the screenshot is taken, you see that screenshot kind of pop up at the left, right, like the right-hand corner
Yep.
of the page, right? At that moment, if I can have like a little text box pop up in front
Yep.
of everything where I can just type in a quick command and press enter, like that would
Yep.
be gold, right? Like
Awesome.
send to Slack, right?
Do you want the
'Cause
screenshots?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. So one problem that I have right now, my mouse has gotten a little old and my laptop is usually to my left, which is like awkward to reach the thing. So I quite often, like I'm trying to drag a screenshot over and it like lands at the wrong place. And I send it like, I move it to a folder that I don't want to. It's bloody annoying. So like if I can say add to Slack and then maybe a Slack window pops up like who, Labib or Deep or like who, and then, oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Cool. I like that idea. When I do a screenshot, so for example, like let's do this one. You see how it showed up right here? You want the input box to be here, or do you want it to be like this with the input box underneath?
I mean, whatever's easier. I feel like at that moment, the 5 seconds where the screenshot actually stays at the corner, if I can type in a command because it's top of mind, that's what works, right? I think the placing can like change. As long as it's visible, I think it's okay. Like what I'm trying to say is like, I don't think we have to do the extra step of already changing what a Mac does, because then we'd have to like have another software kind of put the screenshot up in front of my face. I don't think that's necessary.
A good point. So I'm going to be like leverage existing Mac capabilities, these with screenshot capture. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. Also, on install of the Mac app, we can ask the integrations that are needed to be set up for actions to be conducted. So for example, our initial use cases are oops. And I'll do so ability to save the screenshot in an existing or new screenshot folder in the desktop, organized by intent. Okay, that's like the base availability. We'll do 2 use cases. So ability to send the screenshot on Slack. So this will require some Slack integration there. Okay.
Yeah.
Screenshot on Slack in a channel. We will call headless Claude under the hood with a new session and a pre-existing prompt built in, pre and prompt loaded that provides the directive of what Claude is doing with this screenshot.
Right. So wait, so this, why are we adding this?
So basically the idea is like, behind the scenes, we're going to call your Claude Code terminal. And behind the scenes, it's going to call Claude Code and be like, hey, here's a screenshot. This is what I'd like you to do with it. And it's already going to have access to the instructions of what it can do. So it'll go and do that.
So other than what Claude is helping us actually take the action, are we using any API credits to like read the screenshot?
It won't necessarily need to. It can read the screenshot if Claude wants to, and maybe we can add a prompt that says like that's optional. But if the intent is very clear, like send this screenshot to Sifat on Slack.
So we're only going to be using Claude to do the action, like
do the action, and Claude technically can see the screenshot. So that's a really good point you're mentioning. And later on, like let's say we're doing some invoicing or finance related work, and we're like, hey, just log this entry into my expenses or something. It will read the screenshot and grab the number as well. So we could give the capability of reading the screenshot. And actually, with Claude's directive, we can ask it to go through the screenshot to extract any additional context as needed. Okay, so imagine I'm like, send Sifat this image and tell him how cool it is, and then it like Claude would read the screenshot. Or see the screenshot, process it, and understand like, hey, this is what the screenshot is. And it would kind of give you a nice disclaimer of what it is, as opposed to me having to be like, tell Sifat this screenshot is about XYZ.
Yeah,
so Claude can kind of do some intelligent processing on the screenshot as well, because it can already do that behind the scenes.
Because it can kind of read and understand what it is, and then either help us categorize the screenshot or even suggest action, something like that. Maybe that's a feature. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. Can we build this app in a way where the user can either choose to leverage like their Claude Cowork or plug in any AI API? So let's say they've got like an OpenAI API or a Claude API where they would like the processing to be done by API. Can we do that? Because I'm actually thinking like, if we get to a successful build, I want to kind of put Stripe on it, but do a landing page and see if anyone's interested in like actually buying this. Like that would be a really fun test.
Right,
so like if we can do like a bringer, like let's just do, I don't know, like something like really small, like $5 for a download and that's it. Like but then we don't like hold on to any API costs, right? So if they want to do AI processing, they can bring your own API. That's the kind of.
And I think we'll start with supporting Claude with your subscription, and then we can expand that to supporting Codex with your subscription, and then if you want to use OpenRouter or another agent like a local LLM, we can add that support as well.
Sure. Let's maybe just start with one and
we'll start with one, but then we'll keep it modular so it can kind of be swapped out for another one. That's a really good call out.
Okay.
The first version of this build is going to be an unsigned DMG file, GMD install. So skip any Apple developer program work that may come up. So what I'm saying here is basically like, we're not going to go through Apple developer program and get this as notarized to be like an official app. We can probably do that later when we want to publish it. But for now, for prototyping, let's just get this unsigned. And so it'll give you a warning if you try to install it, being like, hey, this is a risky app, whatever. But that's okay for now. Any other context I want to provide? When the app opens, we want to ask it to subscribe or to register a Slack integration, and I can help set that up. I think this is good. Let's send this out. and let's see what the squad says about this.
So the planning agent is working now, eh?
Yep. So the agents are initialized here. That principal AI is like standing by as a contributor. So I made the AI engineer a contributor. So I'm like, you're just going to provide input. You're not going to be the one creating the plan. You're not leading this. I asked the backend engineer to lead this.
Okay. Why that decision though?
Because I feel like bulk of the work. So I usually provide the lead planner, the person who's going to be in charge of doing most of the work, or his team at least. So if I go back to like the agent teams here, you can see like the backend engineer has a team of 3, and I think those 3 individuals are going to be doing most of the work. And then I just want support from the AI engineer.
Okay.
So I usually make the lead whoever's doing most of the heavy lifting.
So another question for like a studio related question is when you assign these, let's say the backend engineer reads the plan or they're starting to make the plan and then kind of realize that they need to pull in another engineer, would they do that automatically?
They'll do that, yeah. So like if I start asking a bunch of front-end questions, it's going to start inviting the front-end engineer, and the front-end engineer is going to start contributing to the plan.
Cool.
And it might spawn some parallel work. It might be part of the same plan. Really depends on how they choose to orchestrate it, but they'll definitely loop the right people in. Okay, so the backend engineer wants to clarify a few things. So tech stack for the Mac app shell, which path do you want? Yeah, let's just go with Swift and Swift UI. Electron is not bad. And a web UI. So pros and cons. So Electron can be swapped into Windows really easily. Swift is very native to the Mac. So, you know what? We'll start with the Mac app, but I do really like the Electron option, and Rust as well, because this can go to like Linux and Windows really easily.
Okay. Sure.
Yep. How do we want to invoke Claude under the hood? So we'll do Claude Code CLI subprocess. Perfect. They're making a change they're going to be using API credits they're going to give $200 credits now instead of your subscription plan. So there's a bit of a change coming with the Claude Code headless version, but
we can use that for now.
Yeah. Claude Agent SDK. GS Electron. Claude Agent SDK. Claude CLI.
What's the difference? So CLI is a plan that we already have, right?
Yeah. So this so the Claude Agent SDK is like is a library that Claude has given everyone to say, hey, this is how you can like programmatically access your agents. Claude Code CLI is basically like calling Claude Code on the terminal. But I'll go with the easier approach for now. This would require a little bit more integration. And Anthropic is basically like using your API key, which will charge you on API credits. It's a bit expensive. Action execution model. Who actually performs a save to folder, post to Slack? Claude executes via its tools. Bash write, curl to Slack from directive. Perfect. That's exactly what I'd want there. Yeah, Slack integration shape for V1. How should the app talk to Slack? Let's just do paste bot token for now. Probably an easier approach. We could do an install flow later on. I'm going to save
What does that mean? The paste bot token? So that's one way to connect to Slack?
Yeah, so basically like if you create a Slack app, basically, which is like ultimately like a bot that can interact with Slack via code, the bot has a token associated to it. So you can just paste your token into this app that we're making, and it'll basically have access to your Slack environment if you've given that bot access to your Slack environment. The other option is like doing a fresh installation workflow where like a browser will open up and be like, would you like to give access to Slack and so on and so forth. So that's a little bit more heavy lifting in terms of like building an entire install workflow onto Slack versus just like creating an app and giving it a token. So like behind the scenes, it has access.
Okay.
Kind of like when you install Agent Studio, it's like, hey, would you like to connect to GitHub? Would you like to connect to Vercel? And like things open up and let you kind of like go through an installation step. Okay. So but I'm going through the easier route, to be honest. Honestly, I think like, you know, if you look at my desktop, like I think I'm definitely going to be using this. I'm definitely going to be using this. Oh, there's a plan. Plan's here. Nice. So let's go through this plan. Intelligent screenshot action platform. Goal. Single hotkey takes a region screenshot, opens a bottom right modal with the image and an instruction box, runs Claude against the screenshot instruction, and executes the action. V1 ships 2 actions out of the box, save into an organized folder under the desktop, and post to a Slack channel. And I'm going to add a note, create a DoShot folder if it doesn't exist. So I don't want to just like randomly create a folder, let Claude kind of figure that out. I'll create a DoShot folder so it's organized. I mean, it was probably already better organized than I currently have. Let's think ahead here. And post to a Slack channel. First launch onboarding gathers the Slack bot token and the screenshot folder root. Perfect. We can just make it desktop/DoShot and create that folder if it doesn't exist.
There's a default folder that you can it's usually by default selected as desktop, but on Macs, like that you can actually select a folder in settings where all screenshots are saved automatically.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we-
And the screenshot folder too. Actually change of plans on installation. Let the user pick the folder. I like your idea, or they want screenshots to be saved at. Claude can intelligently organize screenshots inside that folder and create subfolders depending on the context of the instruction. Okay, perfect. Non-goals, Apple notarization, code signing. Yeah, they want to just unsigned image, full Slack OAuth install, trigger other than the screenshot hotkey, no file watcher, action history gallery UI. This is kind of cool. Thought for the future, like having like kind of like a history of screenshots. Custom action authoring UI. That's fine. Got it. Reverting to the original shape with a clear default. Onboarding folder card stays. User picks a root directory. Default is this. If they accept default and doesn't exist, okay, perfect. So if I don't select something, it'll make it on the desktop with the DoShot as the folder name. Okay, keychain Slack bot is this. Data flow, user presses hotkey. Shift 4, app creates this and spawns PNG. Okay, I'm going to skip the integration. Kind of loosely go through it. Don't want to go too deep into it.
skip the what? Sorry.
Like the kind of the design decisions that they're making as they build
Yeah,
this
that's
out.
fine. They have full liberty.
Yeah, I do trust them. Render directive, output, perfect. I did want to understand how they're calling Claude. So Claude resolves via which at startup with an explicit setting override. Claude-P, that's perfect. Render directive, output format is stream JSON, permission node, perfect. So one thing I want to do is I'm gonna add a comment here. Be like, one additional goal is to show a toast that lets the user know when the action is complete. This can be a parsed specific response from Claude on their final exit.
Okay.
So basically, it's like, I did something, I gave it some instruction, and then I want to know Claude kind of come back to me and be like, hey, it was done. So I want to pop up on the bottom right to say action complete in a nice way.
Okay.
Or else I'll never know if Claude failed, didn't fail, was there an error. And I'll also add, like, if there's an error, show a toast for that as well. A toast is basically like, when a card pops up, giving you, like, you'll see a toast in the studio as well when I click build there as well. Yeah, there might be some accessibility permissioning. Okay, and I'll skip testing here. We can ignore QA testing this. I'll test this with the DMG file once it's built live. Slack folder combined. Failure modes. Okay, I think I'm going to submit this for review. So this is your toast, by the way. This is like review request. This is a toast. And so now the agent's going to go and redesign this this plan based on the feedback we just gave it.
Cool. And for a plan like this, how long does it usually take for it to?
Maybe like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Man, I built a lot of shit. So I have the agent studio. Like, if you look at my studio project, like I got like projects, like this is all the stuff that my agents are running in parallel right now. So and like each of these tickets have like 2 to 3 agents. So like I don't know what the word above token maxing is, but like I'm on a token heroin addiction. And then I got some consulting work that I'm doing for a client. So there's some stuff going on there. Was working on another client's project the other night. So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this on steroids anyway. All right, revision 2 is ready. Cool. One thing I'm going to add is no GitHub integration. For now, we can push the code at the end.
So the output will be a DMG file once they've built it.
Yeah. I think I'm happy with all this. Let's build this screenshot app. I don't know if okay, got it. Concrete diff for step 15. Keep screenshots DMD, SH, local, create DMG. The engineer runs it on their Mac to produce the DMG. Perfect. Actions workflow entirely. Release asset upload. Repos local only during the build. Okay, perfect. I actually didn't realize that they were kind of doing some GitHub stuff related. I might have overseen that, but I'm glad we called it out. Okay, I am actually, and I'm going to ask for a review one more time, just in case they don't actually integrate on GitHub. Yeah, like the core focus is just building this product out, and then later we can do some integrations on Stripe, GitHub, deployments, notarizing it, all that jazz.
Notarizing it, what does that mean?
So basically, when you release an app to the App Store, most apps you download, they'll be pretty safe. Actually, let me go kick this off while I explain it. So I'm going to click build here. All right, the build has started. So now we're going to see these agents start making some sub-tickets, or sometimes they might do it in this ticket, but they're going to start creating some sub-tickets and start parallelizing some work. So this is going to be really cool. So what notarizing does is basically like, usually it's kind of like this validation layer that adds a level of security. So when you're downloading like a DMG file or an exe file, Apple and Windows have their own way of notarizing your apps. And what notarizing basically does is it provides a stamp of approval saying that Apple has, this app has been submitted to Apple from the owners who made the app. So no one is messing with the app. Like imagine I sent you a DMG file and I'm like, hey, this is an app for WhatsApp. Like, how do you know I didn't mess with that download file and I'm like going to hack your computer? And the way it would work is WhatsApp, when they're publishing the WhatsApp app, they're telling Apple, hey, I'm WhatsApp, sign this app for me. And if anyone downloads it, they'll have the reassurance that it came specifically from WhatsApp. And if anyone was to tinker with the app and try to like put in some sort of like hackable stuff into the app, it automatically gets unsigned. And when an app is unsigned, which is what we're actually starting with creating here, what ends up happening is when you try to download the app, it actually tells you, hey, this app could be dangerous.
Yeah, because it's not authorized. Okay, so with the studio, how are we notarizing it? Like, is it using your developer account, or like how are we getting...
So if we were to notarize it, for example, the Agent Studio is notarized. So I have an Apple developer account that basically asks Apple to sign the app, saying it's coming from Studio.
And people are making like Mac apps for the first time. Like, how long can this process take when you submit it for review and all that?
It's not too bad. I think the first process, as long as you don't have anything really weird in the app, like I think it takes like 30 to 40 minutes to notarize.
Oh, okay. Is that quick? Okay. I thought it would
take... If we go back to this, so this is our planning. This is our plan. And we kicked it off, and then the engineer ended up making up 2 tickets, and one of them is already in progress. You can see the AI engineer and the back engineer are on it. So this agent basically created this ticket for the AI engineer to make. And I think this other ticket, the backend engineer is actually live making it now. So I'm going to unmute them because I want to have a chat with them too. I'll be like, backend engineer, keep me updated on the progress. And then I'm going to unmute the AI engineer and I'll be like, AI engineer, keep me updated on the progress. So it's not too bad. We're in DMG, starting step 1 now. So they're working on step 1. You can see they're kind of doing a bunch of stuff. So it's looking for my Swift and my Xcode. Great. I'm going to move this into I'm not sure why the engineer didn't move this into progress, so I'm going to do that for them. And the AI engineer is already deep in the weeds of doing stuff. So you can kind of see messages in the ticket, the Jira ticket itself for the app. And this is like going to our conversation. Different engineers are kind of responding to these things.
Yeah. Basically an engineering team working together, solving having huddles.
Oh, I hit my, and actually you can see it kind of coding, by the way, if you want to take a look at this.
Yeah.
This is the,
this is a new feature, right?
Yeah, it's a new feature where you can actually see the engineer coding stuff. So they're like actively writing code right now in Swift. I don't even know Swift too, so like this is full on vibe coding right now. So that's kind of cool. I'm comfortable that they're doing something. You want to look at the prompt?
Yes.
So this is the prompt that's going to go into the Claude process when we tell it to do something. So you are DoShot executing one screenshot-driven action for a macOS user. You respond by the DoShot menu bar app that the moment the user pressed run in the modal. The user is not at a terminal. You talk to them through the artifacts you produce, not through follow-up questions. I love it. Our AI engineer is sexy. User instructions, free form, my name actions, channels, may name actions, channels or folders. And here's the instruction that gets passed in. Screenshot PNG on your disk at screenshot path. Also, this AI engineer is thinking really deeply about how it wants its child engineer to work.
So the AI engineer's kind of taken all our instructions for all the actions that we've given it, dissected them, and given micro instructions to all the actions that they're going the AI driven actions that are going to happen on the app, right? And also in a very like token efficient manner, because like they want to try to explain the action in the least amount of words as possible, but then also being comprehensive.
Exactly. And so they generate a prompt that's going to be sent to Claude every time a screenshot's taken. And this is the prompt. And also Claude does something really nice, which is like It's called prompt caching. It's not going to always send all of this information again. It's just going to change the instruction, and that's going to be the cost you're paying per additional call. So you're not going to be paying for this many tokens every time. So perfect. So this, I'm happy with this prompt. Not going to go through the rest. I trust it is not going to hack me. And let's look at what the backend engineer is up to. So the backend engineer is doing a ton of heavy lifting. They're building out this entire DMG app.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask it for some updates. Sometimes they won't respond when they're deep into work, but I also think
it's like real engineers, man. Like you reply, like you message them on Slack, and
yeah,
it takes them a while.
Sometimes they'll finish their work before they respond to you because they want to like finish their task list. Wow. So like you can see it's testing the build already. Like it's already installed the app. It made the app and it installed it, and now it's testing the build. Yeah.
Installed it on your local machine?
It installed it on my local machine. So once it's done fixing these unit tests, so 1,500 lines of code. Pretty crazy. Okay, let's see. So it made this output here, or plan of attack again. So it's asking me to run this command in my terminal, create DMG.
So the coding, majority of it is done. It's just doing the build and
yeah, it's just moving the code over to where the AI engineer wrote it, and then it's creating the build. Yeah, this is sick. So the first test I want to run is basically like tell it to I'm gonna take a screenshot of you, and I'm gonna be like throw it in the Sifth folder. And then I'm just gonna have a bunch of screenshots of you, and then I'll have one of myself too. So one thing interesting is doing is it read through the work that the AI engineer did, and now it's actually modifying its own job here, based on what the AI engineer did. So like this engineer is kind of linking the two projects together, which is nice. So here it is. Welcome to DoShot.
Here's our app.
Paste your Slack token, choose your screenshot, request permission. Dude, what the hell? This is crazy. DoShot, request permission. All right.
Good. Yeah, that's a good setup hygiene.
Yeah. Granted, Claude CLI recheck. So it's taking me to Claude Code, but I do have Claude CLI installed. Wait, where's DoShot again? Recheck and then bot token. So I'm going to choose a folder here, and I'm going to, okay, yeah, you know what? I'll use the default DoShot folder, and I'll create a bot token. So I actually have a bot token actually at my disposal. I have Slack apps and bot user auth token. So I have this here.
And wait, so this one is a Slack instance specific one. So you'd have to sort of, if you want the Slack integration, you'd have to be like the Slack workspace admin.
You would have to be a Slack workspace admin, because you would have to, you'd have to create a Slack app and then install it on your Slack workspace.
Yeah.
Conveniently, I do have one for our agents channel. So like, for example, if you see here, like we have like the studios making messages that's just connected to our Slack. In the studio, you can connect to your Slack here, like over here. So I have it connected to our agents channel. So I'm just kind of reusing that same Slack token here. So we're going to see pictures show up there if I ask it to do something Slack-wise. Now, DoShot drives Claude Code via the CLI. It does not appear to be in your path. This is, I think, a bug because it should be in my path. So I'm going to say this looks great. Two questions. One, are you integrated with the prompt that the AI engineer made? And then two, see recheck for Claude check, but I do have Claude CLI access running. There's two potential bugs here, but dude, the fact that it got this as an app in less than 30 minutes is insane. And like, honestly, I give it kudos on how well, like, you know, request permissions in your folder, like it's doing a really good job in actually like getting this integration set up. So, will this solve my problem of screenshots and your problem of screenshots? That's going to be...
I think one way to find out.
Oh, dude, I didn't even notice this. Look at this.
What?
There's an icon up here.
There's a little thingy up. Okay.
Yeah. This is the DoShot icon. Okay. Claude is connected. I guess it either I fixed it or it fixed it, but I don't know. All right, let's try this out. So, I don't even know the hotkey. So Control-Shift-4 is the screenshot here. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to take a screenshot here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to put on a nice smile. Here's the picture. I don't know why it moved it. Okay, so let me minimize this. This is a beautiful picture of you. What would you like to do? Okay, create a Sifth folder on DoShot and save this picture there. And also send this picture in the agents channel and tell Sifat he is sexy.
Moment of truth. Okay,
Fingers
I've got
crossed.
Slack down here.
I'll post to agents first while capture is still at the origin. No, dude, it's giving us a log of like its actions. That's actually sick.
And like I would attribute this to like well thought out design, right? Because it spent so much time doing the planning and like the interface
true.
and thinking it through and talking to agents and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think we really thought through the. Okay, so let me see the agents channel.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. I think it's going to take some time for. Obviously, we're gonna be able to enhance this, right? Because it's like, okay, why did it take so long? Is one of our first questions. So we'll definitely enhance it. I got so much tabs open. So the first question is, why did it take so long? And we're going to be able to enhance it to become smoother next time.
I think it's doing the so I think it's a queuing thing, right? So we already have the Slack set up, and then we also have the AI reading the picture and understanding what it's doing layer, right? So I think what the issue is, it's doing the AI layer first before doing the obvious actions that we've told it to.
Right. So I don't think both of them happen, by the way. So I don't see your screenshot, and I also don't see a DoShot folder. And I think it's entirely permissioning because when I was looking at the logs, it was entirely permissioning. So let me see if I can go and find those logs. Actually, let me just ask the agent here. So thanks for the fix. Two things. One, I think the app or agent does not have permission to make files because I asked it to create the DoShot folder on desktop and save and then also it was unable to write to Slack given the token. Are you able to investigate the logs of this run? Yeah. So I actually did find the logs here. It's in .DoShot. That's cool. That's cool. It did some pretty good logging. Locked by Sandbox cannot write under desktop and outbound network commands require approval. Neither save nor Slack was post completed. Okay. So it's cool. It actually triggered two actions. I love the way it actually proposed the action JSON, like save, Slack, target, whatever. But both were false. So, okay. So investigated the run. The real cause is Claude CLI permissioning prompts, not Mac OS Sandbox. Even says Sandbox, but the directive made that up. What actually happened was every bash curl call needed interactive approval. Two engineering bugs. MySecure Pass permission mode accept edits, which auto approves file edits only. All right, dude. So basically it's saying the next time it runs it, it's going to work. So
okay.
I'm going to quit the app. They built another one. So I'm going to open this. And then let me just go to its settings and make sure everything is still here. Okay, test connection. Perfect. Agents channel. All right, perfect. All right. Gonna get another pose from you, buddy. Let's get a pose here. Okay, we got a serious one. Okay, all right. First. So, okay, all right, give me that serious face again. Dude, I love these faces. All right. All right.
This is what my wife deals with all day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so create a folder in the DoShot folder called Sifat and save the image there. And then also in the agents channel, send the image there and tag Sifat saying, what do I say here? Is everything okay, buddy? Looking serious. All right, now let's watch this run. Okay, just gonna allow it to take over my whole life. It's gonna ask so many things.
Dangerously skip permissions. Oh yeah, I got it.
No way.
I got it on Slack. Yeah.
Sifat, is everything okay, buddy? Looking serious. Dude, that's jokes. It sent it to Slack. That's so cool. And then, okay, save to desktop folder. All right, let me go check the desktop folder as well. So we got DoShot here, Sifat here, and that's our boy right there. Let's go. I love it, man. I love this picture. Let's go. I'm gonna cherish this one. Call me the guy from You. This is my collection. You gotta be careful with what you show online, you know?
Yeah.
Let me, you know what? Let's do something more productive. I'm going to be like, I'm going to take deep in this one. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'll be like, definitely got to fix this bug. I'll be like, in the Slack channel, in the agent's Slack channel, ask Deep what he thinks about this settings page and if he would like to see anything else. Okay. So I'll run that. And hey, do you want to try this on your side?
Yeah. Send me the DMG.
All right, I'm gonna send you this GMG here.
Yeah, the deep message went through.
Oh, did it? Let's see it. Yeah. He's gonna be like, "What is going on?" He's gonna be like, "What is going on?"
Oh, there is. There was a permissions thing that came up, but it came up on another screen. I have 3 screens connected, so
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why I was taking the background. So enable do shot there.
shot, yeah, okay. Boom. Quit and reopen. Okay, we gotta reopen do shot. We might be back open now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just appears on this really weird side of the screen.
Yeah, I
okay.
asked him to make a fix. Oh, nice. We got the right screen there.
Bro, Bangladesh is winning. Okay. Post to general. Not sure if you're a cricket fan. Bro.
I know, and I'm Pakistani, so
yeah,
I'm
tag Labib and troll him. About
dude, that's pretty
Pakistan losing.
Don't even say about Pakistan. Be like about this image.
Yeah,
I wanted to like
about this image. Yeah, let's see if So Claude is the problem. I don't think I connected Claude to this app, right?
Yeah. So, if we go to advanced, and so right now what's happening is your do shot app is not able to call Claude on the terminal, and so I'm fixing the terminal Claude part because Claude kept failing to be called. So like your agent was never being called there. By the way, in the background, I've been asking it to make some of the fixes that we saw.
Okay.
So like an icon, so we can see an icon on the app, and also when you see the modal of the screenshot, it's not all the way stuck on the right.
Do I do Claude auth login again? On the
terminal? Try Claude auth login. Run init to create Claude instructions. Use Control C and do Command T.
Command T on here or get out of?
On the terminal, yeah.
Like here on Claude or get out of Claude?
You can get out of Claude. Control C twice.
Okay. And what do I do?
Command T.
Command T. And what am I doing here? Oh,
it just opens up another terminal. Now do Claude auth login here. I'm curious if it's different. Weird. What is this? Actually, instead, let's try to exit do shot and open it again. It might work this time.
Okay.
I have an app trying to call Claude, and I'm seeing exit code 127.
Keep seeing error 127.
Yeah, 127. Yeah. So we're gonna get Claude to fix Claude. You know.
Yeah.
I click yes on here. Click yes. Okay. Now let's take a screenshot again. Yeah, do shot screenshot. You might want to actually close do shot and open it again.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. And then this bug though.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it right now.
Send this to Labib. Same error.
Claude exited with so close this for a second and then go back to Claude and ask it which path should I be calling Claude in the terminal. Sudo ln go back to do shot and just copy paste the path that do shot was sharing.
This?
No, sorry, in the do shot settings.
Yeah.
And copy paste that path right there in the middle and be like, what should this be? Be like, instead of this, what should this be?
Instead of this, what should it be?
That's okay, correct. so copy that command that it just it shared right there. Sudo ln. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And then yeah, copy that entire command and then open up a new command T and then paste it. Okay, now let's exit do shot and try it again.
Back in do shot. Okay. What do I do?
Control Shift 4. Night. Oh,
126.
Be like, okay, say that to Claude. Be like, I'm getting error 126.
Go back
here. Second tab. You can copy the error button too. Click the copy error. Yeah.
126.
And copy the error and type ASDF or something.
Ooh, I think we're running.
No way.
Taking a second, but
oh shit! All right, we're in. Let me hold on a second.
So we've bug fixed this on no action requested, capture left original path. Okay, it's gathered that. Let's try. Let me
send you another app. Yo, I'm gonna send you another app on Slack.
Yeah.
For do shot because I fixed the problem. I fixed all those bugs there.
Okay.
So I fixed all the bugs and I've changed the whole look of it while you were doing the stuff. I mean the agents did. Open system settings. We're gonna have to enable it. So I guess disable it and enable it, and then open it again.
Yeah, that logo just changed. Quit and reopen.
Nice.
So I think it has quit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's on again.
Okay.
Picture again. So it's on the bottom right there. Go to you can leave that there. Look at the bottom right. I think you have to drag it. And let's try to take another screenshot here. Okay, we got the image.
Yeah.
Nice.
Send this to general on Slack. General on Slack and troll Labib. about it.
You clicked
Oh,
enter there.
wait.
Okay, so now it's doing it in the background. So
Oh, okay.
it's not going to be like giving you logs of like what it's doing.
Okay.
But it will send you a notification when it's done. So if we go to general, let's
Studio join general.
Jesus, it like this agent's up to something. Your team's getting absolutely cooked. Yeah.
So your team's getting absolutely cooked, Patrick.
All right. I gotta come back here. I gotta come back. Just wait for me. Just wait for me, okay?
You're gonna use my photo. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so that was this latest build was obviously a little bit easier to set up.
Yeah.
Now let's think about Labib. How
Yeah.
do we make this like production ready? So one is we got to notarize it with Apple.
Yeah.
What's the process of doing that? Do you wanna maybe share screen and go through that? Like I would
yeah,
love
so
for
bas-
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'd love for our users to kind of see that like it's possible to get a fully functioning Mac app. So
Yeah.
now, other than the notarization stuff, we're not having to go to the terminal back and forth.
Yeah.
Like non-technical people, if they download and use this app, they just have to allow permissions now if the thing is
Yeah.
notarized.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So permissions you're still gonna always have to allow because this is like
Yeah.
it's sensitive information from your.
That's fine. Yeah.
But the whole X attribute stuff, you won't need to do. And let me just enable this. So I'm installing the newer version on myself too. Okay, I got it too. Nice. I got the new version. All right.
The UI though, wow, it's like
The UI is cool, right?
Can we also fix the like it pops up on like the corner of the screen? where
Oh
it's like,
yeah. I'm gonna ask them. Let me actually show an example of it. So
Screenshot of the screenshot.
yeah. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Out of
Yeah,
frame. Maybe mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, I gotta get some revenge. In general, send this to Sifat saying this will be his face when Pakistan wins. I have this ammunition, dude. So yeah, talking about notarization. So basically, you need an Apple developer account and you need to basically publish this to the Apple developer program and sign it. So there's a number of ways to do that. Usually the best way is to get it set up with your GitHub, make a workflow that basically says like anytime you make a change to the app, it'll request Apple to notarize it. That's a little bit of a longer production ready system, but because I'm already connected to Apple developer program, I'm going to be like, I
it's
have
connected
this
to your studio as well.
Studio as well, yeah. So like I can basically notarize a lot of apps under our Bon Echo domain. So I have this DoShot app in my desktop. Can we get it notarized by the Apple developer program? You can run the script to notarize it. Run the code to notarize it using my developer account that is also notarizing the studio. So there's like commands you can run to notarize it. I'm forgetting if we need to do anything with Xcode. I think I do. So basically Xcode is your software development kit for Mac apps. And the idea is like, I'm going to open up the code base or project. So I'm going to open an existing project here on Xcode. This is Apple's software, right? Here is the DoShot app. So I'm going to open this up. I can basically build this for, so I can run this, I could build this. So like, this is my developer environment for Apple, but basically, I want to create my Mac. So it's actually notarizing it for me, funny enough.
Okay. And once it's notarized, does it show up on the App Store or is that a different portal?
That's a different one, but basically once it's notarized, you can basically just like share the link, the download link, and people won't
with
see
anyone.
Yeah.
We might just throw up like a homepage or whatever with like a download link.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe I can ask them to create like in the downloads, like maybe another app section for this. Okay, it's submitted for notarization. Nice. Wait, did my message send? My agent didn't send it. I wonder what happened.
Wait, it might be on agents.
It is on agents. Yeah. It's here.
How come though? Because maybe during setup, it asked me like, where do you want to send these Slack messages to?
Hmm.
Yeah. I wish it was more like
System setting again. Dude, look, it's correct now.
okay.
It's not.
Nice.
It's not hidden anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Sweet.
So that's good. And I'm just waiting for it to notarize, and then I can send it to you again. Do you want it on the bottom right, or do you want it in the middle?
I think bottom right is fine because that's what the usual Mac user is already used to. Like
Right.
I would already, yeah. I would look at the bottom right whenever I take a screenshot. So this is more intuitive.
This is dope. It even zooms in accordingly. It's blinking too. You see that?
Interesting.
Send this to general. I'm gonna see if it can send it to general. I think it should be able to.
Yeah, because the API for the whole instance is connected, right, on Slack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your team is getting absolutely cooked. That's funny. Any other features you'd want to see or change?
I'm just thinking like common screenshot actions that I take, right? It's usually dragging it onto a chat, which we've done with Slack. Is something like a WhatsApp really hard to integrate with? Or like send an email or like go to Chrome
email's
and
not too bad.
yeah,
email's not too bad.
email. What other? I mean, what do we do with our screenshots? Let me just go to my desktop folder and see what screenshots I took. Yeah, so like product screenshots. Actually, I've been dragging a lot of screenshots into like Cloud Code. Like, hey, this is what happened. Right?
So we can add like a copy option, right? So you can just paste it.
Yeah, that's actually a really useful tool. Maybe like a keyboard shortcut. You take the screenshot and then you can just press something on the keyboard and it's already copied.
Or what if we just have it default copy it the moment it gets taken?
Right, yeah. That way we could just go to Cloud Code. Oh, dude, that's something I would use.
Yeah.
And then that also should happen instantaneously because there's no AI credits being used.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking like, should we like take the AI out of this? Because how much value is it adding? But no, I think then no. Actually, the AI is useful if we're using it to categorize it, right? Like put it in this folder.
So for other people out there, if you want to notarize it, just talk to the agents.
But like you would have to have the developer account. Yeah. And like certain geographies, like man, in Bangladesh, it's been really hard for me to get a developer account. But it's easier if you have your own domain. So I think since we use it from our company domain, that's why it works.
Dude, this is cool, man. We actually like built the entire app based on its idea, and honestly, we can expand tons of functionality on it.
Yeah. We're going to ask the users, hey, what do you want to see in this Mac screenshot app? What will be actually useful? What AI features? And then we might be able to revisit it in a different episode and build it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Okay, so let's download that recent one.
Let's download that DMG. DMG. Open file. Yeah, we're open. And then we do this. We replace the old app. Oh, DoShot is on right now, so you gotta quit it and then replace, install in. Okay, now we open up DoShot again and do all the permissions stuff. This should be smoother because now we have the notarization. Okay, so this is done. So now we gotta turn it on.
So I think it's already on. And I think it already has your configurations here. So try capturing something.
Then we open.
Let's try again.
DoShot. Oh, yeah.
And do always allow here.
Yeah.
This is specifically for Slack, but it's all right.
Yeah. Okay. So,
nice,
decide who looks more like a dork. Send to Slack.
General.
Okay. Slack in general. Okay.
Yeah. And actually try to copy paste this in Slack as well, because it should have copied the image.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go here.
So just Command V.
Oh yeah, it does.
It
does. So that's great functionality, right? This is okay. I'm actually gonna use that all the time now.
Yeah. All right. I think while it does that, we could do some closing comments around this.
Yeah, this is good. Do you wanna? So the DMG is live. And then like this DMG, like I could do the rest, by the way. I could like put it up online and we don't even need to do a GitHub, right? Unless
so
we're
I think
updating.
What we do is we open up the GitHub and let's make it community driven. Like I want to see the features that other people add.
Okay, you wanna then connect it onto GitHub and upload all the code?
Yeah, and I want to see what people throw on as tools there.
So we had so let's just wrap it up. We had this idea, Max Screenshot app with built-in AI task execution. Obviously, the idea here on Idea Browser said like you could do a bunch of tasks like book a calendar or log an expense and all that.
Yeah.
In my I end up either taking a screenshot to send it on to someone on chat, like Slack, feedback, whatever, or usually like Cloud Code, in which case I can just Control V it. The cool integration that we have is it can actually use Claude and then like read the thing. But even if, okay, so now I'm thinking, even if someone doesn't connect their Claude, they can probably just use the copy paste feature.
At the bare minimum, yeah.
At the bare minimum. Okay. So like that, okay. So that in itself is quite functional. So so we've taken this idea, we've created it, and we're going to take over the world with this. So I think that's my closing thoughts. The other thing, I think the intricacy with this one, it's a Mac app. So if you don't have an Apple developer account, get it. And then, the bug fixing was interesting. I'm actually going to try to leave most of it on because that's the reality of coding an app, right? Like you like the AI is able to plan and actually write really high quality code. But sometimes these permissions and these things become a little tricky. In this case, obviously, like, we were able to power through it because of Labib, but what I would have usually done is like when I would get stuck, I would ask the Agent Studio to basically help me debug it, and then it would give me instructions on what to do and what commands to paste and what to try, and then eventually I'd get to it. Like maybe it would have taken 2 more hours, but you would have eventually gone to the same outcome. Any closing thoughts from you, Labib?
Yeah, I think one thing I kind of missed was like we have this aesthetic of when the screenshot's taken, kind of this border. I would love to have just talked to the agents to build a few designs around that. I would love for this to be community driven. Thoughts I have to expand is like an appearance, the ability to change your appearance in the settings, more tool calls, other, email, Slack, what other integrations we can add to it. Codex, we were talking about earlier, getting different LLMs. Like you might not need to use Claude because that's an expensive one, but you could use your own personal agents that you have running locally. So it's absolutely free to use. You're not paying anything. And then, I'd love to see where we end up going with that. And I think I'd love to kind of put this on our website along with the code so users can download and play with it, and also expand the functionality. I'd love to see people make some pull requests on stuff that they're building on top of it. So would love for this to be a collaborative thing, and use Studio. You know what I mean? Like your agents and my agents, we're all under the same house of agents. So
house of agents. All right, with that, let's adjourn. Have a good night, bro.
All right, take care, Safat. See you, man.